Hey you guys, greetings and salutations. This is James here at Unique Perspectives. I want to thank you for checking out my page. It's really cool to have new visitors and just talk about different topics and really have just incredible dialogues with people. I'm actually here at Ocean Park in the city of Santa Monica here in California, and I actually wanted to talk about something that happened very recently, actually this morning, that I wanted to just note. I thought it was worth just having a discussion about. Recently, I think I was on my social media platforms just kind of scrolling before work, and I seen one of the ladies that I randomly befriended maybe more than 2-3 years ago, and I had a lot of different men and women that I feel like I'd like to connect with down the line, and sometimes I connect with them. Sometimes it's based on our worldviews, commonalities when it comes to life perspectives, Christian worldviews, political alliances, things like that. And so the lady seemed pretty cool. I think she's in Florida, but she, on her story portion of her platform, she actually she put a few videos of herself. One video in particular stood out to me, and it was her doing a really silly dance, while she was in a bikini, but she had it kind of covered up, with some type of, I don't know, short robe or something like that. I'm not sure how to really describe it, but she really looked attractive. It's a Latin lady, really lovely, very petite, and really radiant smile. And something that I've always appreciated about her photos and videos, year or two that or more, that I've actually had connections with her on social media, and I've commented on some of her stuff. I think she has more conservative views. She's in Florida, really cool lady. But she actually reached out to me this morning because I commented on one of her videos in her story portion on Facebook, and she said, hey, just out of curiosity, and I'm paraphrasing here, but she said, hey, out of curiosity, I was just wondering, why did you comment on this particular video? And she said, a lot of people for some reason are commenting on this one video, even though I uploaded quite a bit of stuff recently, and I told her straight up, being outspoken and pretty transparent. I said, well, you're actually a very attractive woman. It's one of the things that led me to even adding you in the first place. And I said, you have a lovely body, you have a great complexion. I told her and acknowledged that, hey, you're an attractive lady. But I also said, not only do you have like a, radiant smile, but, you essentially have a sense of humor, you combinations of just all those elements. It really makes you even more attractive than, other ladies, And, she appreciated that, and she really kind of thanked me for making her day and acknowledging her and stuff like that. And I thought I would just make a video about this because I thought, it's a really good topic just to address to some extent, because a lot of people, and I was actually, yesterday was 4th of July. It was just interesting. I was having a discussion with some friends, and one of the things we were debating on is if men are actually complicated. Are men complicated when it comes to these different elements of trying to cooperate and connect with a woman? And I argued that women, women and men were very different, and that men are actually pretty simple. Now, I know that a lot of people don't necessarily agree with the philosophies and the views of the late Kevin Samuels, who passed away some time ago. And I'm also one of those people that I'm very selective with the things that I actually felt was relevant that he actually shared, especially when it came to statistics and objective facts and things like that. But there are other elements that I wasn't really fond of. And one of the concepts that he shared that I felt that was actually very realistic was he really focused on these 3 F's, the 3 F's, these 3 elements that pretty much makes any woman attractive and that men would pursue to be, to try to marry. And he said, a woman would have to be, the 3 F's, applying these 3 principles, being friendly, being fit, and being feminine. And I thought about these 3 F's when I was having this discussion with my friends yesterday at this barbecue, and I thought about it, and we men, we're actually pretty simple when it comes to this. Those 3 things, really, for most of us, that's all we need. We need someone that obviously is feminine, who actually embraces being a woman. It's not trying to be a man. It's not embracing these liberal, leftist, extreme, radical concepts, but someone that actually enjoys being a woman, doing things that, really encourage that feminine energy and things like that. I think that's something that we all, are universally attracted to, is a woman that embraces and enjoys being a woman, that wants to embrace that side of her, that God-given right and that energy, that it's really just so attractive to us when I find out a woman is, interested in what type of skirt or outfit she's interested in, or, and not something too revealing, I like when a woman is talking about jewelry and they enjoy the different fragrances that they're wearing, or they're interested in what type of clothes and if it matches and if it looks right. Like, I enjoy that, how a woman enjoys looking nice, and I'm not talking about taking it to the extreme, being conceited and proud and arrogant, but someone that actually enjoys being a woman. I also sometimes in our society today, especially our Western society, the whole concept of fit is something that is really become a very complicated issue. But for most men, we want someone smaller than us. And I think that there's a lot of women, especially in the Black and brown community, masculinity that they're sort of not really aware of how important that is when it comes to their health and when it comes to how men perceive them, you know. And there are a lot of guys that they can love a woman, they can enjoy a woman, they can, you know, enjoy being with a woman, but if she starts picking up weight, it can be difficult. It can be very difficult to want to continue that relationship at that same level or still have that same energy when the woman is sort of not looking the way that she did before. And I think that there's a responsibility, in my opinion, that we have to our spouses, to our partners, to continue to look nice for them even after you've been with them for years, you know. Just because, you know, the honeymoon stage is supposedly over, it doesn't mean that we should be slacking when it comes to that. And I'm not talking about only women, I think men as well. And this is another element that this woman actually had, you know. I mean, she can't be no more than, you know, 120, you know, maybe, I don't know, 20 something pounds, you know. And she's a real petite lady that I'm talking about from my Facebook, but very lovely, radiant, beautiful lady. And that's one of the things that stands out is obviously she's small, she's fit. And even somebody from another culture, I admire that. It's a universal trait that's like universally attractive to all of us men, all of us. We all would love ideally to wake up to someone smaller than us, you know. And I know there are some guys, some exceptions, that some guys are okay with the women bigger than them, and I'm not knocking that, but I'm just saying at a universal level, there's a reason why more men from a statistical standpoint even like find Asian women more attractive than a lot of other women, you know. And there's a lot of dating sites like Plenty of Fish, you know, that's POF, there's Tinder, and also I think it's OkCupid. They all report that, you know, most men from different cultures go after Asian women. And, you know, I believe strongly that one of the main reasons is because they are petite, they are small, you know, and most of us want a woman that's smaller than us. And I think that some people forget that. That's important, you know, and I know that we're in a place in our lives where some people believe the plus size model thing is a thing now, but that's not something that most guys care for. We do not find that universally attractive, you know, and there's a reason for that, you know. And don't get me wrong, there's some guys that enjoy a lady with a little more meat on her bones, but, you know, but yeah, feminine, fit, and friendly. Friendly is something I think that is incredibly important, and that's the idea of being able to actually just converse with somebody that, you know, they're not argumentative. There's somebody that is not going to demean you or put you down just because you are offering constructive criticism, or someone that you can actually have a decent, regular, open, transparent conversation with them, and they're not going to immediately assume the worst about your intentions when you're talking about things, you know. Now, I understand there are some men that will intentionally put women down. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about men that demonstrate with their character, with their integrity, with their consistent behavior that they love and they value their friendships and their relationships, romantic relationships with someone, and they're not putting someone down when they're challenging them, but sometimes it's to encourage, you know. And we men do it with ourselves all the time. If I'm getting too big, I have some guys I know, they will make comments about me being bigger, you know, and what happened, why am I not working out, or what's going on? And, you know, sometimes I may not want to hear that, but I need to be reminded sometimes, like, oh, hey, maybe I do need to get back to jump roping. Hey, maybe I do need to stop scarfing down nachos every other day, you know, like maybe I need to be aware of that. Those three attributes are just very important. And I would even argue that instead of only having those three, with friendly, fit, and feminine, I would say the priority should be faith, you know. And as a Christian man, I have to be with a woman that loves God, because if a woman does not love God, then there's really no foundation for even trying to build or even entertain a long-term relationship, you know. Yeah, I really wanted to just address that. I think it's really relevant. I think it's important to talk about this stuff. But yeah, feminine, fit, friendly, and definitely faith, you know, which should be a priority. But yeah, I remember just finishing the discussion with this lady. Really cool. Like I said, I'm not trying to hit on her or anything like that. I mean, she's in Florida, and I'm not sure if I would even be her type, you know, but definitely she has a great personality, and that is just like icing on the cake for somebody that is already physically attractive. And I think that sometimes it's very difficult to find ladies like that actually has a humble spirit and can say thank you for the compliment, thank you for the acknowledgement, you know. And yeah, just, you know, it's really cool, just very balanced. So just wanted to talk about that. God bless you guys. Thank you for checking out my video. I actually would love for you to like and subscribe. I'm really trying to build something here. This is my 7th month doing the YouTube thing, so yeah, hopefully I'm doing a good job. God bless you guys. Take care. Peace. This is James here at Unique Perspectives. Take care. Here at Santa Monica, California. All right, bye.